All right, so let's get right into this. First of all, I posted kind of a head to toe kind of video, and I got two comments on it. And before I reply to those comments, I wanted to include in this video. There were two comments with the exact same comment, and it said drugs, and the other guy said drugs. So both of them said drugs, and that's it. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Like, what is that supposed to mean? Drugs and drugs. Like, I have no idea what that means. Um, I mean, am I looking? What is it about? Just like I don't get it. I really don't understand it. But we'll move on from that. I'll try. Maybe I'll reply to it and say I don't understand what you're saying or something. But I'll go on with this. The reason that's not why I'm doing this video. The reason I'm doing this video is because I feel like there's questions out there about how I earn money or how I'm going to earn money, and we can talk about that. When I was 12 years old, I got myself my own paper route. I didn't take over anyone's paper route. That's bullshit. I didn't work in somewhere where somebody else was working. I found a ad when I was 12 years old, and it was for Penny Saver. That's what it was called. It was a small paper route. Like not that far away from me, so I could walk there, and that's what I did to earn pocket money. I think I used that money to buy a book or something that I really wanted to read. uh, when I was 15, I got a job at a grocery store as a cashier, part-time. When I was 16, I worked for a couple of months at Best Buy. It was a stupid fucking job. When I was 18, I worked in the kitchen, not even cooking, like just doing fuck all pretty much. I was earning pretty much double the minimum wage, but and I had benefits and all that, but well, the benefits weren't that great anyways. There was nothing special there, but at the end of the day, it was something to do, and I was a bit of anyway, let's not get into that. But yeah, I did that for a little while. I don't have any references, by the way. I have no job reference that I can ever use. I worked valet for 5 or 6 months full time. I can't do that again. I had to leave that job because there was something that happened, and when it came, and the other job that I had that was at the shoe store, the department store, and I was working in men's footwear, was basically was commissioned too, but it was just they had security escort me out on my last day. That's how bad they wanted me out of there. I have no references for working at all. Prior to robbing the bank, I worked at a bunch of factories and warehouses, and that was it. Yeah, pretty much that's all I did. I worked at factories and warehouses, which pretty much anybody can do. You don't need a high school diploma. You don't need anything to do that. You can be the dumbest person in the world and you can do that job. You can earn money off of it. And then I robbed the bank, and then I never worked ever again. I never had a job. I never had a job ever again, after robbing that bank. But I think people are probably wondering, like, oh, how does this guy make money, or how did he earn money or whatnot? And I guess I should answer that, the way, that I'm getting stuff, people are probably wondering, and I thought it's important to answer. So, in the past, how have I earned money? I have actually earned money doing stocks, playing stocks. I played about $8,000 into stocks. And to be very honest with you, in 2 years' time, I could have, in a year and a half, the stock that I bought at 17 cents a share was actually worth $7.19 a share. Okay. That means that I would have made hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars off that stock. Am I bullshitting? Absolutely not. It's called FSD Pharma if you ever want to check it out. And you can see the history. It did actually go up that much, and I did actually buy it. I got an investor's account, and I did actually buy it. I didn't make the money because I had to sell it because it was falling. There was a lot of bullshit going on, and I felt like the stock game was really just a whole bunch of bullshit. How else can you make money? I mean, I can come up with ideas of how to make money. I mean, of course, you can get a job, right? I mean, I know that working in the kitchen is kind of a good job. As a cook, I know people will think that's stupid, but I mean, it's a possibility. It's not like I'm really thinking about it, but it's a possibility. And the reason is just that I do find cooking to be fun. I mean, I took culinary school for 4 months, and I thought it was cool. And I've always dreamed of getting my own restaurant and all that stuff, and owning my own restaurant and everything. But cooking is definitely an idea. If you really ask me if I had a pick of shitty jobs to do, because there are a lot of shitty jobs out there, what kind of shitty job would I do? I would work for a clothing store, for a clothing brand that I actually like. Preferably Polo Ralph Lauren or something. I would like to work at Polo Ralph Lauren. But there's a lot of shitty jobs out there, at the end of the day. And another way to make money is pretty much just lottery tickets, scratch and wins, and things like that. You can always win extra money. Scratch and win tickets cost like $3, $2 or $3. You get one of them, and potentially you can make hundreds of dollars off of it. You can make $125, $200 off of it, which is not bad as well, to make extra money. Right now I don't have that capability to work right now. I can't do it. But it shouldn't be that long from now, but one day when I have the opportunity where I'm able to work somewhere, or I'm able to do that, there's a lot of possibilities. I like sales too. Sales and commission is good. I wouldn't mind working for a car dealership, for example, selling cars, and all that stuff. But there's a lot of possibilities out there. I don't think, like, and I'll be honest with you, I'll be really honest with you. I'm not the dumbest guy in the world, especially after having all the experiences that I've had over the 7.5 years. If I was to actually work in a kitchen for a restaurant, it wouldn't be for long at all. You know what I mean? It would be like, I would start working there and I would probably be really good at it. I can see myself being really good at it and finding better positions easily, getting upgraded, getting a higher position within the kitchen and whatnot. But, I don't, and I'll be real with you here. I don't think it takes that long. I mean, I could see myself cooking for like 2 months. And this does actually happen. I've seen this happen. I've seen young people who are so good that, within 2 months they'll promote them, literally. I've seen it. And they're all, and within 6 months they can be like sous chef. Within a year and a half they can become a head chef. Within a few years they got their own restaurant. Do I think I'm good enough to do something like that? Yeah, definitely. I'll be honest with you. I think I could play pro football. To be very honest. Obviously, do I think realistically I would ever play pro football? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You don't just drop out of nowhere and play really good soccer and you start playing pro soccer. It doesn't happen. You could be the best soccer player in the world and not get a job as a pro footballer. Because if you don't have the right connections and nobody knows you, you're not going to get it. There's no way that I would ever become a pro footballer, even if I was better than all the fucking pro footballers out there. I would never, it would never happen. I would never get a coaching position. I would never get anything in there. You need to spend a lot of time in that field to really do well in it. Some people come at me with, I'm too good to work a job. You're too smart, you're too good looking, you have too much of a personality, you're too influential and all that to be working a job. People come at me with that angle. And I'll be honest with you, I've seen some of the dumbest, ugliest, non-personality, loser people in the world make $100K a year, just chilling and doing some kind of chilling job. You know what I mean? I've seen, and I'm being honest, I've seen some of the dumbest, ugliest, people with no brain, the biggest losers and all that make a good decent income. I've seen idiots and losers and people who are absolutely retarded make hundreds of $1,000s a year. It happens all the time. You know what I mean? So I don't really feel like, I would have that much difficulty doing any of that. I and you know and you know what, man, I'll be honest with you, I don't really plan on doing an illegal thing. The problem with illegal work is that, if everybody knows who you are and everybody's seeing you, you can't, it's hard to get away with doing illegal work. You know what I mean? When everybody is looking at you, they know who you are. Oh, that's that guy and all that. You know what I mean? You can't really get away with doing illegal work because at some point, the police is gonna know that you're doing it and catch you. I could be the smartest, most clever guy in the world and have the capability of doing that, and it just takes 1 second for the police to know what I'm doing and somebody to snitch, and I'll get caught. So would I actually be, would I ever actually sell drugs, deal drugs? No, I would never sell drugs. I would never rob any banks ever. I would never rob things or steal or shoplift or any of that. I wouldn't do any of that stuff. Not that I shoplifted before, because I've never shoplifted, but I would never do any of that because when everybody because of the face that I have, I could never get away with it. Everybody would be watching me and everybody would know. But yeah, but those are all possibilities, but and then there's like project jobs, which are just projects like buying and selling cars. You know what I mean? Literally buying and selling cars on the used car market, or you know what I mean? You can drive out to wherever where nobody's willing to go, and go out to wherever, buy a car, get a good deal on a car, come back and flip it. And you can make $2,000 or $3,000 right off that one sale. If you do 7 or 8 sales a month, you could make 20 grand a month. That's 240 grand a year, and that so. There's all that. Honestly, I hate that question. I absolutely hate when people ask me, how are you going to make money? What are you going to do? What are you going to do for money? And I absolutely hate when people say shit like that. It just annoys the fuck out of me. And people are throwing shit at you like there's no way you can work a job. The individual that you are to work a job, would look really shitty. You know what I mean? It would look shitty on everybody. Why is somebody who has capabilities and who's done crazy things, and is at that level, why is that person working a job? Especially even not even working as a manager, like kind of some kind of management job. Why is this person working a shitty job? You know what I mean? People will say things like that. So I don't know, man. Like I hate that question. It's like, what the fuck does it matter to you what my fucking business is and how the fuck I'm gonna earn my money? What the fuck does it have to do with you? I hate that question. Obviously, I don't reply to people like that. I reply very nicely, but that's what I'm thinking usually when people ask me shit like that is, what the fuck is that? What business is that of yours? Like how I'm gonna be earning money. But when I mean, honestly, like worst comes to worst, like I know that kitchens are always hiring. I know that clothing stores are always hiring. You know what I mean? So I don't really care. I know I can always go pick up a kitchen job or some kind of clothing store job. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Even if I had money and I was like, dude, I want a job to pass the time. I mean, it would either be in a bank, right? I would either work in a bank or I would work in a clothing store. I know you say that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? I fucking love clothes. And I'm not talking about shitty clothes. I'm talking about like the best of the best brands. Like I would work for like the top brand stores. You know what I mean? Just to be around the clothes. And I'm not even joking with you. I would be buying clothes at the store too. Even though I'm selling clothes, I would be buying those clothes too. I love clothing. I love the way it looks. I love good quality clothing. Listen, this is such a big topic that I gotta do a second part. So let's get into the second part. I'm running out of time.